take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pink.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Try and start this drive in the air. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, San Francisco.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On 2nd down now, Cherry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
And inches.
First down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
And a 49er 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And a give this time to the tailback. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He was brought down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
Herbert's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And into the end zone. A pick 6 from the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken right at the 35. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
The ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Chargers, nothing.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Second down and 8. Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Loss of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You talk about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the ground, it's Eckler. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Austin Eckler.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. The 26 following a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coach were both larger than life. But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right?
Yeah,
you'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 3rd and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Complete with 11 seconds remaining now. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
They'll try the left side. Cherry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
San Francisco.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Herbert. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
At their own 48-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's the 2nd and 7. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try the left side. Farrell, oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 18 yards, first down Niners.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's to the 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Defensively, sometimes they talk about getting a hat on a hat. Well, there they got a hat on a hat blocking offensively, allowing that running back to get in the end zone.
And the defenders were trying so hard to get off of those blocks to get to the runner, but they were never able to do so. Well-executed play by the offense.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here is Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Eckler. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
It's Eckler again. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 4th down, Herbert. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't have any opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, Cherry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to lose yardage here. He's able to switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter play. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown.
Dante Pettis. his 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
46-yard line.
Going on the ground with Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number? Let's say 200 plus.
11 yards there, first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone. And the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Here's a first down throw. It's complete. It is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now throwing on first down and completing it.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
At the 19-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's across for a touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Pulled in at the 24. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
The 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
A battle for it here, and this will be caught. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Herbert on first down now. That's into the hands of Eckler.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple. Herbert throwing again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same.
And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They're going to keep it on the ground, and he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
They'll try and run it here. And he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game.
The score, Niners 34, Chargers 24.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You score the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point
Some
conversion.
sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the 49ers, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
nature, all is automatic. Animal instinct, you fools hurt. Jesus will.